You're listening to The Spooky Darlings, a podcast where three sisters get together and talk about spooky and scary things. And I'm Nettie.
I'm Haley.
And that's Emily.
You're always so quick to jump in on whether I say my name or don't say my name when I'm always about to.
I'm sorry, I forgot about the delay. And if you hear some extra noise outside, I'm having a landscaping crew build a rock wall of rocks in our yard. Yeah, we had a bunch of
rock wall is made of?
a bunch of well, I keep saying to my husband, "Hey, do you want to go look at the rock wall?" And he gives me the most confused look. He was like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "The rock wall. Do you want to go take a look at it with me?"
What if you call it a barrier?
And then I'm like, I was like, if I'm talking about the rock wall and we're getting a rock wall built in our yard, that's probably what I'm referring to. And he's like, "Oh, yeah, I guess our landscaping wall."
Oh
like,
my gosh.
Yes. So yeah, we're having like a nice terrace thing. So the tractors are out there. There's a bunch happening. A bunch of boulders were delivered today, and
So that's the extra noise.
recording through it.
Yeah.
But today, Haley is going to take us on an adventure that neither Emily or I know anything about.
I surprised myself last night with what I was going to do today.
I can't wait to hear. It's a surprise for everyone.
So my only source is the Netflix documentary, The Carman Family Deaths.
I know nothing.
Well, let me tell you. It's September 2016, and Nathan Carman and his mother, Linda, go fishing off of Block Island, which is a small island off of Rhode Island. This is a routine excursion for Linda and her son, and Sharon, Linda's friend, calls the police when she doesn't hear from her friend at the designated time. Well, she does wait a few hours, and then she's like, okay, calling the police. Search and rescue is called. After 6 days, the search is called off.
Oh, no.
Day 7, 100 nautical miles south of Block Island, Nathan is found on a life raft. Linda is nowhere to be seen. She is presumed dead.
Wow.
Nathan gives a statement that he thanks the public for their concern and prayers. He says he feels healthy, and emotionally he's been through a huge amount. And then Nathan says he wants to go home and be alone. Nathan is also autistic.
Okay.
He says that to survive, he focused on what he had to do. When the boat started to sink, he said he didn't see his mom. He gets on the life raft and watches the boat sink.
Oh, my.
About a week after his rescue, people start to speculate. Things didn't seem right. Nathan seemed too healthy for 7 days on a life raft. And the crew that rescued him says he didn't seem dehydrated at all, no signs of hypothermia, and photos of him bailing off the life raft and swimming to the freighter boat that rescued him said that his swimming with too strong of a kick. He was also able to hold on to the life frame, which is like that donut life thing they throw out to people.
Right, sure.
And then getting himself onto the ladder to get onto this boat that saved him. He just was too strong.
Okay. And the life raft wasn't equipped with supplies?
The life raft was equipped with some supplies.
Okay, but maybe not enough for 7 days.
I thought it was a little odd that this documentary didn't talk more about what supplies were on this lifeboat.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you remember my Adrift episode where I talked about what was his name? Stephen something.
Callahan.
Right.
Callahan that survived for over 100 days. I think. No. It was 80 days.
Something days.
Yeah. There was supplies on that he was able to save for that amount of time.
Right.
So, an investigator or a maritime investigator, I loved that it's a maritime investigator.
It's a good
I love that too. You guys, I'm so scared of maritime law. I don't want to take over on this, but I'm so scared of it. You keep going.
I'm scared of maritime a lot of things.
Oh my gosh. What are you scared about maritime law?
Because the captain is fully in charge of everything. He's the law. He's everything. So
yeah, he can marry people.
Yeah.
Maritime investigators can marry people?
Mary, Nettie, it's not Mary time. It's maritime.
I said marry.
I'm just saying the captain of any boat can be like, you two are married.
Scary. All right. And so this maritime investigator says that there is no way that, oh my gosh, I almost called him Stephen. There's no way Nathan, if Nathan was stranded at sea for the 7 days that he says he was, that he would have been able to do any of those things, the strong swimming and the climbing of the ladder.
Well, yeah. And I guess the hypothermia, I mean, I'm thinking like food and water, maybe even had plenty of food and water, but still like the toll it would take on you to be in the ocean for 7 days, just in an open raft.
Yeah. Well, and the area, because it's the
Cold,
North
right?
Atlantic
Yeah.
off of the northeast, off of Rhode Island.
We're not talking the Caribbean, baby.
So Nathan's father stands by his son, and he believes that investigators are not understanding the way that Nathan expresses himself due to his autism and Nathan's ability to be alone. His father also talks about, who goes by Clark, but his name is Earl, talks about Nathan's like brain and the ingenuity that Nathan would have had at sea.
Okay.
So the police see something else, and they get a search warrant for Nathan's house, and they find a list. On this list is number 1. Nathan says, emotionally, I am not sure that I can bear another interview. Number 2, philosophically, the idea of proving one's innocence repels me. Number 3, generally, the police are a corrupt and often criminal organization. And number 4, additionally, I have been advised by a lawyer to remain silent. I believe that is standard and general accepted advice.
Okay. Yeah. That's all the things we would say.
I don't see anything wrong with this list.
Yeah. Don't talk to the cops without your lawyer. I agree.
Yeah. The police.
It's so funny when all these things that are like common sense and self-preservation make people, it like sets off alarm bells that maybe they're hiding something when it's really, I mean, guilty or innocent, whether you've done something or not, that's just the smartest way to carry yourself.
Yeah. It's like standard procedure.
It should be.
Yeah.
I mean, like, look at the case that you did, Nettie, with that kid in Florida who didn't insist on any of that, and then it ended up going horribly.
Punched in the face.
Yeah. On a Sunday morning case. Yeah. It's wild. Right. Because he was 15.
Oh, that case breaks my heart so much.
Excuse me.
And I think of that every time. Like I think about maybe if like one of my boys was going to be questioned by the police, like maybe wrong place, wrong time or something. And I just randomly, I'll just tell them, never talk to the police without a lawyer or without one of your parents.
They're like, how does she know we're doing illegal stuff?
And like, it's just my anxiety and stuff. But I'm just like, guys, never.
Did you guys see, this is so off topic, but there was like a TikTok that was going around. I might have shared it to the sister chat where this mom is like, I just got a text from a friend that was like, hey, I heard about your son getting attacked by a bobcat that morning. So scary. Glad he's okay. And so she's like, Dane, or whatever his name is, what is this? I just got a text from so-and-so's mom. And you see his whole face go into complete panic. And she's like, what's this about a bobcat? And then you see his whole face wash over in relief. And he goes, oh, that. Well, you see, and then that's it. It cuts off. And everyone's like,
What was the other story?
bro just thought he was busted. Wow, I got to hear this kid's story if the bobcat was like the non-emergency or whatever. Anyways.
Oh my gosh, that reminds me of when you were in high school, Nettie, and Dad showed up at the high school and you saw him and you were like, hey, what are you doing here? And he was like, I'm here to talk to the principal about you. And you were like, Dad, it wasn't my fault. And then he goes, joking, I'm here to vote.
Because I did the voting booths at the high school. I was like, Dad, it wasn't me. It was because a group of kids, we were in a play. Listen, this was in the 90s when hazing was more common. I would never abide this. I just happened to be present. And I actually wasn't involved. But the kid, because he was friends with our brother, told his mom, because I was there, told his mom I was there. So I got called into the principal's office. But I was not a part of it.
Everybody knew you were innocent.
I was in the vicinity.
Yeah.
Okay, so the police see that list. Just getting right back into the case.
Yes.
Sorry.
Okay. Back to the list. Back
Okay,
to
sorry.
What was the? Could you just remind us what the list was?
So the list basically was emotionally he couldn't handle another interview. He hated the idea of proving his innocence. He generally thinks the police are corrupt, maybe even possibly criminal organization. And then he had also been advised by a lawyer to stay silent. And I don't think that list is weird, but
No,
the
I don't even think
police
he's wrong.
think that the police see this list as incriminating.
I'm sorry. Will you just clarify for me? He had written this list down, or this is just like, okay. So this is what, in his journals, or?
From what I saw, it was just a list like on a piece of like memo paper. Like,
Okay.
you know those like what do they call them? They call
Like a
them
legal pad or something.
legal pads.
Okay,
Yeah.
so he's like, things I'm thinking about while the police are watching me. I don't trust these guys.
These guys are weird.
They're a criminal organization.
Excuse
for
me,
sure.
officer. Can we pause the interview and may I have a pad of paper?
Well, this list was found at his house that he owned.
Well, thanks for clarifying.
And so, and there's an officer in this documentary who says in his whole career, he had never come across something like that, which I'm just like,
Yeah. Right.
also, his eyebrows were crazy.
The detectives.
Yeah.
Crazy in a
The only
lovable
man-
Eugene Levy kind of
No.
way, or crazy?
No.
Okay.
Like really manicured,
Oh,
in
that
like
kind of
a-
crazy.
funk, like
I don't like that on men.
it was super weird.
I thought you meant like dad, and I was like, see, that I love.
That's adorable.
Yes.
Dad can
This guy,
curl his eyebrows like a hipster mustache.
he gets some like mustache paste in there sometimes, and they look really, really great.
Remember when you guys were watching Lord of the Rings and you were talking about how the actor
Christopher Lee.
Christopher Lee looked like
I love him so
dad,
much.
and Julia goes, especially in the eyebrows.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that was so funny.
Okay, back to the case.
Okay.
Sorry, listeners, we are getting back on track.
We're very distractible today. It's fine. I love it. Okay, so the officer is suspicious. He'd never seen anything like that. And then he also goes on to say it confirmed his suspicion that he had an ill will when departing on that fishing trip with his mother. The investigators meet with Nathan.
Doesn't track to me how that would confirm his suspicion, but okay.
Yeah. The investigators meet with Nathan. Nathan agrees to talk with them. And from what I saw, without a lawyer. Bad idea. The police say that they were even surprised that Nathan agreed to chat with them. And then Nathan talks about the details of this trip. So Nathan says they stop at a Stop and Shop. Nathan goes inside to get a drink. He meets his mom at the marina parking lot, and they load a cooler with bait. They put it on the boat, and they leave the marina around midnight. And the original plan was for he and his mom to go fishing off of Block Island, which is about 9 to 13 miles from the mainland.
Okay.
And that just kind of depends on where you launch from.
All right.
And then the plan changed, and they went to a place called Block Canyon, which is instead 80 to 100 miles from the mainland.
Well, that's a big difference.
A very different fishing trip. And
Yeah.
so investigators found that change of plans very odd.
And also, I guess this is normal, but leaving at midnight, I guess that good fishing happens in the wee small hours of the morning. So,
Yeah.
actually, okay, never mind. Forget I asked that question.
Evan, who is an avid fisher and hunter, he will like get up at 2 or 3 in the morning to go hunting or fishing. So Nathan says that he noticed the boat was taking on water, and he checked this like certain part of the boat because the engine sounded different. He opens the bilge hatch and saw that there was water pooling, which means the boat is taking on water. And the bilge hatch is the lowest compartment in a boat. And there will always be some water in this compartment, but when it starts to pool and splash, that means that there's a problem.
Okay.
And I had to research that myself.
There's such a dirty joke in that whole entire thing you just said.
Oh, I didn't
Tell us.
I don't know what it is.
I don't
because
know.
of my pure mind.
You can
Tell
cut
us.
this out. I don't know
tell
if
us.
it's just the bilge and it's the lowest part, and when it gets sloppy, that's when you know you're in trouble.
Oh my gosh. So part of the problem with this is that Nathan did not radio for help. And he said that he knew the radio wouldn't reach the shore, but the investigators bring up that it could have reached other boats that may have been nearby. And he says he didn't think that the boat was actually going to sink, and he didn't know if any boats were nearby to hear him radio for help.
Okay.
So investigators, the maritime investigators, think it's suspicious that he didn't even try, which I agree.
Right. Well, and I also wonder, like, at what point when he's noticing that the bilge hatch is full of water, why doesn't he try to find his mom and say, Mom, the bilge hatch is full of water? I'm assuming this isn't like a
I think it's very odd how
gigantic cruise.
absent she is from his narrative.
Yeah, okay.
Which also, I mean, it's also the narrative being shown in this documentary. So, which is the only, like, basically my only source of information. My other, like, kind of side sources I will put in our show notes, but.
But your main source.
Just knowing, though, that this kid, I mean, I can't say yet, you know, I don't have enough information to have an opinion on whether he is guilty or innocent, but knowing that he is autistic and knowing that these people are approaching him as if he's not, like, it does feel like there needs to be a specialist there to kind of almost, I don't want to say interpret, but like help shed light on some things that people investigating would think is abnormal that could be normal for somebody on the spectrum.
Which I do appreciate in this documentary. There were autism specialists that did comment.
Because some things are
like,
so literal. If he's like, I can't radio to shore, it's too far. I mean, he might not, I mean, it's such a spectrum. I can't say, but like, you know, he might not think that about closer by boats. He is able to function. He's a level of autism where he's able to function on his own, but is very non-emotional. So, police find eels that are used for fishing in Nathan's truck. I don't trust
which
eels.
they're like, me either.
No, I haven't seen The Little Mermaid.
They were thinking, if these eels are used for bait, why were they left in Nathan's truck when he's going on a fishing trip? But Nathan says they did load bait onto the boat. So I don't know if maybe like the cooler was full.
Right.
And so they were like, we don't need these eels, or the police, I feel like, are just really wanting Nathan to be guilty. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's that narrative of they have decided he's guilty, so they need to.
So they're showing every single thing they find is they're finding a way to spin it to point it to his guilt.
Exactly.
I would want to know how many eels he started with, you know, like what fraction of the eels did he take with him on the boat?
What amount of bait did he purchase at that gas station versus what amount of bait made it onto the boat?
Yeah. Also, is he forgetful? I could totally see myself buying some eels and accidentally forgetting them in my car.
Yeah.
And suddenly I'm guilty.
Notoriously. Yeah,
I'm
notoriously.
constantly leaving eels all over
Behind.
the place.
Buying them, forgetting about them. You're like, where's Flotsam and where's Jetsam?
Oh my gosh, I was just going to make a Flotsam Jetsam joke. And during this whole time, Nathan's father, standing strong beside him, he just says it was a severe accident. And if Nathan had had the ability, he would have saved his mother. And after his mother's memorial, he is surrounded by press. And I have an audio recording of this interaction.
I'm very grateful to the friends and family who attended in memory of my mom.
You had your aunt didn't show up?
I wish very much that my whole family could have come together to pray for my mom. But I made sure that they were invited and that they had an opportunity to
The
come.
police told you anything about the status of the investigation in Rhode Island?
I wish desperately that my mom was rescued. I hope that she will be found. Now I'm going to drive off.
What about your grandfather?
I need to close my door.
Okay.
Huh.
And no one from Linda's family called Nathan or Nathan's father for the memorial after all of this went down. So, why are we talking about this?
Well, it's Nathan. Did Nathan's father have anything to do with it? Is there a reason why Nathan's father is like so defensive?
Well, they got divorced when Nathan was 10.
Oh, okay. You probably said that at the beginning.
No, I
but-
didn't. This is the first time I'm saying that information.
Because I'm used to having my mind wander and miss facts.
You didn't miss a thing.
So they're not even married, which now I'm wondering.
Is this a tragic boating accident? Or did Nathan kill his mother?
And was he put up to it? Is that the right way to say that? Was he put up to it by his father? Did his father coach him?
I don't think so.
Okay.
And let's talk a little more.
But why would Nathan, what would be the motive?
Well, Linda Chocolos Carman was worth over $10 million.
Wow.
And her 3 sisters believe that Nathan murdered his mother. John Chocolos was a Greek man who was described as a force of nature. He worked hard. He developed several different businesses, made a very comfortable life for himself and his family. They had an indoor swimming pool. They even had birthday parties that included live elephants.
Oh, wow. Wait, is this Linda's father? Or Okay.
And he was just very impressive, and he had 4 daughters, Linda being one of them. And the Chocolos family is described as a little dysfunctional. There's a lot of love when people are describing the family, but John Chocolos was very controlling.
Okay.
And Linda was a free spirit. She kind of ended up running away from home. I'm not totally sure of her age when she ran away from home, but she was over 18. And due to this, John cut off Linda. And then she joined the National Guard.
All right.
Linda meets Clark. They get married. And John, Linda's father, promised if they moved home, he would set them up with a Dunkin' Donuts franchise. And Clark goes on to describe how this deal kind of fell through as soon as they moved home.
Oh.
So John breaks his promise, and then Linda ends up having to work with her father in the family business.
Oh, good old bait and switch.
So
I
they
see.
never got the donut shop.
They never got their donut supply.
Rude.
Yeah.
I mean, Dunkin' Donuts aren't my favorite kind of donut, but I think if someone had promised me a donut franchise and I didn't get one,
Be pretty mad.
yeah, I would have been disappointed for sure.
So John Chocolos wants to keep his family close. And Linda's like the only daughter out of the 3 daughters that separated from the family. The other 3 daughters stayed very close to their parents. But John was also described as volatile. And Clark even said that John would slap and push his daughters and wife around.
Oh, not good, man.
And Clark, when he described that, seemed very upset about it. He was like, I had never been around a man who treated his family like that. And another family member was kind of like, hey, no one went to the hospital, all right? It wasn't that bad. And he was like, all families argue. So kind of some minimizing of that violence. So Nathan is born January 21st, 1994.
Oh, he's just a baby.
And he was the first grandson to be born to this family. And, John and Nathan are very close. John made sure he was very close with Nathan. And then Linda and Clark divorce when Nathan is 10. And
Did they have other kids besides Nathan?
from what I understand, Nathan was an only child.
Okay.
And John gives Nathan everything he can. Nathan is interested in horses. Nathan gets a horse. And even though like everybody kind of saw that Nathan was a little different than other kids, John wouldn't have it. He was just like, Nathan's fine. Nathan's perfect. And if anybody suggested that maybe Nathan needed like help, maybe a little intervention, John would say, no, he doesn't need help. He's fine. So, December 20th, 2013, in Windsor, Connecticut, John Chocolos, 87, is found dead in his bed from a gunshot wound to the head.
What?
That
Self-inflicted?
rhymed. That was. Did you do that on purpose?
I did.
Wow.
What was it? Self-inflicted?
No signs of a struggle, but it was determined to be homicide.
Who did it?
The family is devastated. So at this time, Linda Carman told her friends that she thought it was a mob hit.
Oh.
John her father was a businessman, stepped on a lot of toes.
Okay.
The murder weapon, though, was a large caliber weapon.
Meaning like a rifle as opposed to a pistol?
Like the mob
Okay.
doesn't usually use those.
Emily,
Unless
ding, ding,
they're
ding.
trying to throw you off their trail.
Trail.
And information from Linda's phone showed it was impossible that she was involved. And investigators
Impossible how
refute
so,
this.
though?
Like tower pings. And
Wait, this is before
like,
Linda died?
This is before Linda died.
Okay.
Because Linda died in 2016.
Got
This
it,
is
got it.
2013.
So they were suspicious and
Okay.
looked into whether she could have been.
They looked into the entire family.
I'm just saying, you can send your phone in a car with somebody else and ping towers all over the place.
Yeah,
You
but
could.
I don't know if people knew as much back then about like the towers and what you could track. Like now everyone
And
knows.
just the information on Linda's phone
I mean, I think on 2013,
did not show that she had a...
Maybe.
Huh?
I
You
think
might
in
be right.
2013, people knew about cell phone, like triangulation and cell phones and
Okay.
tower pings. Am I wrong?
No, I don't think you're wrong.
I think some people knew.
Just what investigators said in the documentary was just information from Linda's phone showed that it was impossible for her to be involved in her father's death.
Okay.
And investigators refute the mob theory that Linda had. And Emily, they said exactly what you said. A hit would be done with a small caliber weapon, less noise, or the mob just disappears you. You just fall off the face of the earth.
You get a pair of cement shoes, so to speak.
So, investigators turn their attention to the rest of the family. And John Chocolos was worth over $42 million. And there was a living trust, and each daughter was getting about $25,000 a month.
I mean, I could see how I could get by on $25,000 a month.
I could make that work.
Yeah, I might be. That'd be just fine.
And Nathan Carman was the last person to see John alive.
Oh boy.
And during his interview about his grandfather's death, he said that he didn't even know how his grandfather died. And then later in the interview, he's getting emotional and he asks investigators, how do I calm down when my grandfather's head was blown off?
Oh.
And
They hadn't said anything to him about. Okay.
That's what they say.
But, okay, are they
Yes.
just grasping at straws? Saying you don't know how he died doesn't necessarily mean you don't know that he was shot. It could mean that you don't know if it was by
The
suicide
circumstances.
I agree.
Yeah. Yeah.
I agree.
You're right. That can be.
And investigators
meeting.
also said he seemed off during the interview.
Yeah, but he's autistic.
Yes.
Okay.
And I completely agree with both of you. Like, I just feel like this is one of those things where whether or not he is guilty, they have decided he is guilty. And so they're going to make everything fit the narrative that Nathan had something to do with his grandfather's death. Mm-hmm. Autism specialists say that Nathan should have never been interviewed like that in the first place. Due to his autism, they're often misinterpreted. They can seem robotic, cold, calculating. They can also seem too explicit with information.
Yeah. And I feel like cops should have known this. Like, I knew this back in, what was it? Did you say 2013?
2013.
This is not new information. They should have known this at this time.
Mm-hmm. And multiple interviews with multiple family members. The family members were always, no. Let me redo that. Multiple interviews with multiple family members. Investigators always asked them about Nathan. What do you think about Nathan?
So they kind of had him lined out.
Mm-hmm. And in this event about John Chocolos's death, no one had a lawyer. None of these people
These
were
rich
interviewed
people?
with. Yes, none of them were interviewed with a lawyer, which I'm just like stupid.
Which honestly makes me think that none of them had anything to do with it, because don't you think that you would have immediately gotten getting a lawyer does not mean guilt, but I'm just saying if you had done something, lawyer for sure.
I've just always decided always have a lawyer.
Yeah, me too.
I guess, just with everything that we've learned in our true crime research, researching, I think that guilty or not, no matter what, if the police want to talk to you, you've got to try to have counsel.
Yeah. And sometimes even, guilty or not, also wealthy or not. We've all seen plenty of cases where even people with money where you're like, you have all the means.
Yeah.
A lawyer is available to anyone. It's supposed to be available to anyone, but you have all the means to have a lawyer. Why isn't this person lawyering up? That was my big question in DTF St. Louis. I won't say anything else.
I know. That bothered me so much.
I was like, why does this newscaster not have a lawyer?
Also, I was like, this isn't how this works. But the show was so weird. I was like, what is happening?
Why are they all being interviewed in some weird cement room?
And how does this law...
People walking by.
How does this police division have access to this technology?
Oh, man. Okay, back to the case.
So, the time when John was killed, investigators say that there is some unaccounted time that Nathan has, which is just about an hour, during the time when they say John was killed. And Nathan was supposed to be meeting his mom to go fishing, and he says that he got lost on the highway on his way to meet his mom. So, testimony from a neighbor said that they heard a loud bang or gunshot at 2 a.m. from John's house.
Okay.
Nathan's defense attorney says that Nathan is accounted for at 2 a.m. From surveillance from his apartment. So he is known to be at his apartment at 2 a.m.
Okay. So he couldn't have done it. So it wasn't Nathan.
Investigators say that Nathan wouldn't take a polygraph. Or maybe his lawyer advised him against it.
Or maybe because he's autistic and focuses on things, he heard somewhere that polygraphs are inaccurate, and he was like, no, I'm not going to take a polygraph.
Yeah.
I know they're inaccurate, and the police are corrupt.
I don't care about this information. Exactly, Nettie. Exactly.
That's probably
I don't
when
care
he
about this.
started keeping that notepad where he's like, I don't trust the police. Always have a lawyer. Wouldn't you think?
Maybe. Yes.
And also, polygraphs are pseudoscience.
Yeah.
They're not admissible in court. And they made such a stink about this in this documentary, and that really bothered me. I was just like, who cares? Because you can pass polygraphs, and it's just I don't care. But they talk about it in the documentary, and I guess Linda took one of the polygraphs, and she took it twice. The first time they said that she failed the polygraph. The second time they said that her polygraph came back inconclusive. And it was when she was talking about Nathan's possible involvement with her father's death. I don't put stock in polygraphs because, first of all, psychopaths can pass polygraphs, whether or not they are involved.
Also,
So,
the sweaty guy in Ocean's 11 passed one just by putting a tack in his shoe. I mean, like,
yeah.
Which I just am not willing to do.
no, you're not.
So the family seems to believe that Nathan killed John. One of the daughters, Linda's sister, she is in the documentary. There's also like a nephew of John's that's in the documentary. Mm-hmm. The nephew doesn't seem as hell-bent on Nathan's guilt as the sister. So a friend of Linda's says that Linda talked to her about this, and like Linda did not believe that Nathan killed John, and she would have heard, she's like, I had this kind of friendship with Linda. I would have heard if Linda thought that there was any involvement from Nathan.
Yeah. Okay.
Relevant flashback. At 16, Nathan begins to withdraw from his family, and he begins living in a camper outside of his mom's home. He was being bullied at this time. His horse had died. And so he was not leaving the camper to the point where he was urinating in bottles in the camper.
Oh.
And he's 16.
Man, that's not good. Mm-hmm. I don't like that. That doesn't sound like it smells good.
No, and it doesn't sound like he's well mentally, you know?
Yeah. Might need some help.
I don't know what they were thinking to help with this behavior. His mom and dad intervene by having him taken in the middle of the night to one of those camps in Utah.
No, not the Paris Hilton camp in Utah.
I think Paris Hilton's camp was like in Connecticut or something.
No, it was in Utah.
It was in Utah. Okay, never mind. Just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm wrong. Oh, yeah, that's right. It was in Park City. Mm-hmm. Okay.
But like one of those wilderness camps where they like the same one that Ruby Frankie sent her son to? Mm-hmm. That's just torture.
Uh-huh. And when
it's just child abuse.
When he gets back from this camp, he has a mental breakdown. They then commit him. And in this facility, John visits Nathan every day. Because this is a flashback.
Yeah,
Nathan's 16. John is still alive.
Yeah. Probably wasn't John's idea.
No.
He probably didn't support it.
No. John did not support any interference with Nathan.
He's like, if the boy wants to pee in bottles, let him pee in bottles.
Mm-hmm. Well,
let him be his own person.
John just was always like, he's going to be fine.
Mm-hmm. I do feel like those camps were sold, especially to wealthy families, as like, we'll do the parenting
what you
that
want.
You didn't do.
Yeah, like tough love is going to fix this, and your kids just need,
Like you're showing them more love by sending. I just feel like it was really marketed to the wealthy, and then basically like just an excuse to treat people like crap to give them some gratitude, and then send them back to their families. So they're like, I'm so glad to be back. I'll do anything to not.
Yeah. Yes.
Have to go back there because it's so terrible. And then the families are like, they appreciate me.
No, I'm not the worst thing they've ever encountered.
Oh, geez. I
so
hate
on point.
those camps. I hate them.
Yeah, I've never been, but I imagine I would.
No, I know a couple of people who like worked at those camps.
Yeah, there are people that have
seconds of
crazy
silence.
stories about that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. So John doesn't think that Nathan needed to be committed, and mental illness does run in this family. And John, his background with this was his twin sister. He had a twin sister, and she had been committed, and she was treated very poorly.
Yeah,
and so,
sure.
like, Nathan's grandfather is kind of coming from this angle of, like, I don't trust these facilities.
Right. Especially if he had seen it with his own twin.
Uh-huh. When Nathan is released from this facility, he would never enter his mother's home again.
What in the world?
So he definitely felt like his mom was responsible, 100% responsible for putting him through that. Is that what you're taking from that?
Yes, he continued to live in the camper outside of her home.
But his dad was also involved.
Do you think
I just have a feeling that I was just going to say, I have a feeling that they really thought they were doing the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
Probably. I mean, honestly, it's one of those things where sometimes people think they're doing the right thing. Sometimes people just I think, want to pass their problem to somebody else for a while.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be either.
Yeah.
Do you think that the people at the camp were like, dude, these water bottles are for water. You can pee on a tree.
I don't know. So after he gets back and he will not go into Linda's home, Linda changes her will. And what she changes is she's leaving her home to a different family member, but her money is still going to go to Nathan.
Okay.
And John also is leaving Nathan money.
Okay.
So there was also medication that Nathan should have been taking that he refused to take. And
Do you know what it was supposed to treat?
I don't. They didn't get into it very much in the documentary.
Okay.
And so let's see. What did I say here? Okay, so 6 months after John's death, the police find a receipt for an assault rifle in Nathan's home.
Oh.
And Nathan refused to answer any questions about this gun. And remember, John was shot with a high caliber weapon.
Yeah.
Nathan pleads the fifth on all of this. And
Can they do ballistics on the assault rifle?
well,
So they found the
Nathan's
receipt. They didn't find the gun, though? Is that what you're saying?
Oh.
uh-huh.
Okay, you're right, Emily. Good job. Receipt is not the same as a real gun. You can't do ballistics on a receipt.
Okay.
Well,
are you saying
Nathan's
You already said he went fishing that night. Did he take the gun and throw it in the ocean?
maybe because he did meet his mom to go fishing that night because this is 3 years before Nathan's mom died.
Yeah, you said that he had gone.
He had gone fishing with his mom and he was an hour late to meet her. Mm-hmm. So maybe, okay, because I'm not trying to incriminate Linda. Linda and John did have a tumultuous relationship, obviously, because she kind of ran away from home when she was young. But maybe Nathan took the gun with him. Oh, I didn't even think about that. And ditched it on their fishing trip.
If he had a receipt and there is no gun and he went fishing that night, it does seem like that is one possibility.
Yeah. And Nathan's lawyers kind of talk about no, and there's multiple weapons that could give this, that could do this to someone. And John did have enemies. And so Nathan's lawyers are spinning that narrative. So Nathan had told investigators he did not own any guns besides an air rifle before they found this receipt. So when Nathan's grandfather died, he receives nearly $500,000. And before his grandfather was murdered, Nathan asked very specific questions to the attorneys that handled his grandfather's estate. Specific questions having to do with who has to die for money to go to Nathan. And also specific questions about his mother and what would have to happen with her for Nathan to get money from his grandfather and mom.
Okay. I mean, okay, I have another question, and I'm sorry to go back to the receipt. And if you don't know this, that's okay. But having a paper receipt in his place that he lives, it could have been planted, right? Did he pay with a credit card? Did he pay with cash? Was there video of him purchasing the item?
Great questions. I don't know. It was not in the documentary.
It just
whether he paid
seems
with
like
card, cash, or whether there's video evidence.
a paper receipt is the start of an inquiry. It's like a thread to pull, but it's not the end of the story. You can place a paper receipt anywhere. I have dozens of receipts in my purse at any given time that I can't account for.
Same. That I may have bought, or I may have just had someone hand me a piece of paper and I put it in my bag.
Yeah.
with a wad of gum in it.
So somebody could have handed me their receipt. I put my gum in it. Then it doesn't go in my purse, but it could have gone in my trash. And then it could have incriminated me if that person bought a gun before they let me put my gum in their receipt.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes there's not a trash nearby, and you do end up putting that in your purse until later.
You know, I don't put gum in my purse that's been chewed. Not in a paper.
Not wrapped. If there's no trash, you just throw it on the ground.
No, I hold it in my hand until I find a trash.
Yeah.
Oh, I shove it in my purse.
That
and find it later.
Dangerous.
No, it's all
Very
all wrapped up,
dangerous.
nice and tight.
Danger time.
Never had a problem.
Oh, good. All right. So Nathan's lawyers argue that Nathan is supported by his grandfather. If anyone had anything to lose from his grandfather dying, it was Nathan. Nathan's rent is paid by his grandfather. His car is purchased by his grandfather. His grandfather gave him an allowance. His grandfather paid for his school. And so Nathan would be impacted negatively by his grandfather's death.
Except that he's part of the will.
But he only gets $500,000.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
So, Linda's main purpose, so back to Linda's main purpose in life was to be a good mother to Nathan. She made sure to break the cycle of like physical abuse. She did not give any physical punishment to Nathan ever. And she researched everything she could about his autism to give him the most support that he could have. And so before Linda's death, Nathan purchased a house in Vermont. It was ripped down to the studs, and Nathan was researching how to fix up the house, how to do the plumbing, how to do everything. Mm-hmm. So Nathan's grandfather is killed in December 2013. Linda dies in September 2016. That's about 3 years apart. The documentary, in my opinion, kind of tries to make these events seem much closer together. Like he offed his grandfather than he offed his mom to get this money.
Okay.
Sorry if this is a little scattered. So in September of 2016, Nathan is the lone survivor when the boat, the Chicken Pox, sinks. And his mother, Linda, does not survive, right?
They named the boat the Chicken Pox?
I know. I thought that was weird. And then I had to put it in there.
Who named it?
named it?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't love that name, though. The Chicken Pox?
It's weird.
Yeah. I mean, like, name it the Nathan. I don't know. Wait, you're supposed to name it a girl's name, though. So the Nathan. The Linda.
I reject that the Chicken Pox is a girl name.
It's not. It's a disease name. Mm-hmm. Investigators question Nathan's story. And 2 weeks after Nathan was rescued, he files an $85,000 insurance claim for the lost boat. And a maritime investigator is like, why did he even file the claim? And this claim is kind of like what even launched an investigation into this whole incident. If he hadn't filed the claim, there would have been no investigation. So this is a maritime insurance investigator. The day that Nathan went offshore, a witness saw Nathan was working on the boat. And this eyewitness says that Nathan removed pieces from the back of the boat that then created holes that then ended up sinking the boat.
Oh, Nathan. Was it unknowingly, though?
Well, his defense says people work on their boats. Yeah. It's not weird that Nathan was working on his boat before he and his mom went on a fishing trip. And why would someone sabotage their own boat in broad daylight for $85,000?
Yeah.
I mean, I agree.
Yeah.
The insurance claim is denied. And so this happened in 2016. And in 2022, Nathan is charged with the murder of his mother, of Linda Carman.
Oh, my gosh. So he actually got charged.
Mm-hmm. A maritime investigator doubts that Nathan could have had the coordination to hold on to the life disc. So we've talked about that, how this
After 7 days at
investigator-
sea, could have had it. Okay, like the strength. Okay.
or hold on to the railings of the ship ladder once he was rescued. And there's like video of these events. The defense talks to a Navy SEAL. The Navy SEAL disagrees. He says adrenaline is going to kick in, especially when you're being rescued. He had an emergency ditch bag, which has food and has a freshwater maker.
Right.
So him not being like emaciated and dehydrated isn't weird to this Navy SEAL.
Okay.
And the maritime investigator says, for the prosecution, the maritime investigator says that he doesn't know of anyone on a 30-foot boat that has an emergency water maker in their ditch bag, which I was kind of like,
I doubt
why
it.
wouldn't you have?
Feels like the most important thing you'd have is some water.
Especially if you're like at sea, like you need to have the ability to make fresh water if something happens.
What is the prosecution supposing? That the ship did not sink when Nathan said?
Exactly.
Okay. That he's like, oh, I see police in the distance. Quick, sink the boat. Here I am in my lifeboat. I've been in it for 7 days.
I feel like the prosecution's narration is a little fantastical. Emily, what were you going to say?
I was just going to say, like, a rich person hears that there's a water making device and they go out on their boat a lot. They're going to buy it and add it to their ditch bag. Like, why? That is not weird. If they're claiming that nobody they know has it, it's probably because they don't know rich people.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I have fresh water making devices and I don't ever go out on my boat on the ocean because I don't have an ocean boat.
I, too, have, like, water purification things. I don't know if it would work on salt water, but I also just have tons of fresh water stored around my house.
Yeah.
And I also am not anywhere near an ocean
Yeah.
and not even a good lake.
I have like solar powered battery chargers. Like, I got influenced, okay, on TikTok.
Well, I just hope that doesn't come back to haunt you in a murder investigation. They'll be like, she was way too prepared. I don't know why she had this stuff. Nobody I know has it.
And then they'll be like, Nettie, Emily, have you ever heard of this? And we'll both be like,
She's
maybe?
really paranoid.
We'll be like, I don't know. She's always been weird.
She's
She's
always been weird and always kept secrets.
Nettie will be like, ask me later if she pees in bottles.
I don't have a shiwi.
The answer's yes.
No, I don't.
I don't have a shiwi.
What were those things
Look
called?
it up if you don't know.
Shiwi. No, there was a different one. There was a different name for it. Like for
I only know shiwi.
Shiwi was, I mean, what? I thought it was called a Go Girl.
Well, that's another great
I
name.
haven't heard of that, but I like
I
it.
thought it was called
I
a
do
Go
too.
Girl. And
I actually think I like Go Girl better than Shiwi, if I'm being honest.
too.
And I am being
It's like,
honest.
you go, girl.
yeah.
Go what?
Pee
Where?
in this thing called a go girl.
You know
Yes.
what? It's a great concept if you want to carry around a funnel with you and then use it and then you're holding a pee funnel. And then what?
I hate that.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Back
hate
to
it.
the case.
Okay. So the investigator is finding it weird that Nathan maybe had an emergency water maker. I don't understand why that's
That's
weird.
not weird. He's wrong.
So after the boat sank, Nathan, this is what Nathan says. The boat is sinking. Nathan doesn't see his mom. He follows the instructions on the emergency bag and this, or ditch bag. And it says to have 4 meals per day. And Nathan follows those instructions. That's very normal for an autistic person to follow the rules.
Yes.
Yeah.
He spaced it out as he saw fit. And the Coast Guard is not believing Nathan's timeline.
I feel like that investigator would have been like, he was supposed to have 4 meals a day. There were Skittles added in there. Nobody I know has Skittles added in their go bags.
Yeah, I don't trust this investigator.
So the Coast Guard is saying that the drift analysis does not make sense. So for where Nathan was rescued, the drift analysis is wrong.
Okay.
The Navy SEAL says that the drift analysis did not take into account cross currents, and that the drift analysis done by the Coast Guard is imprecise. And they reference these data collecting buoys, talking about that report on these currents and everything in the ocean, because, the ocean is a mystery.
It is.
And it's so scary.
Bermuda Triangle. Heard of it?
Heard of it. So the maritime investigators believe that Nathan was in the life raft for a matter of hours. The life raft was never recovered, and they believe that Nathan sank it on purpose.
Wait, you mean like when he got picked up by the freighter, that somehow he sank it? Were they watching him? They watched him jump from the life raft.
Mm-hmm. There's video of him.
So why wouldn't they retrieve it? I'm confused by the whole thing.
Well, their interpretation is that Nathan didn't want them to see it because it would prove that he was not in this life raft for 7 days. They believe that he killed his mother far away from Block Island and waited till the Coast Guard called off their search. Then he gets in the chickenpox, sinks the boat, gets in the life raft, and waits for the scheduled freighter, waves it down, and it sinks his life raft to destroy evidence.
Would he have had radio signals to know they had called off the search?
I think so, with their
Box
radio,
yeah,
the black box
probably. Okay,
or whatever. What is that? Is it black box?
I don't know. Just the signal thing that they use.
So Nathan's defense team asks, how does this kid do this? What amount of time is he waiting, and where is he waiting? How does he just disappear? How does he evade the Coast Guard that is looking for the chickenpox?
Right. That is a really good question because they're out there looking for him.
How did he know he wouldn't be spotted?
Was he hiding in that canyon? Because didn't you say he was going to like something?
Block Canyon is underwater.
So not there.
Like underwater reefs.
Yeah, got it. I don't know what I was thinking it would be. I guess I thought it would be an island somewhere
out in the ocean. Wow, there's suddenly a canyon.
I thought maybe an island with like an inlet.
I love you.
You guys didn't assume it was an island?
You guys.
Neither did I.
You are my favorites. So trial is set for October 2023. Nathan Carman would take his life on June 15th, 2023.
No, that's so sad.
His father is devastated, and he does not think that his son killed his grandfather or his mother. Linda's family said that they mourned the child that Nathan was.
Oh.
Linda Carman was declared dead in October of 2023. The investigation was closed. The murder of John is a cold case. No suspects have been arrested. And after Nathan's death, all charges were dismissed. And this is the case of the Carman family deaths.
Wild. I've never heard any of that, Haley.
Me either.
I
just found it last night.
I had heard a little bit in the news when it happened, and it was
okay.
It was crazy, but I didn't follow it to the point where they took it to trial. I just remember reading a little bit that it was like people were suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
It's a crazy case.
I know. What do you guys think?
So sad. I was not expecting Nathan to take his life.
I know.
But they know for sure he took his own life?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He hung himself.
Oh.
In his prison cell.
Oh. Jeez, poor kid. Mm-hmm. How old was he at that point?
He was born in 1994 and killed himself in 2023. So he was nearly 30 years old.
Okay. Wow.
So tragic. I mean, that's one that'll bother you, right? If you don't, I mean, there's no way to really get answers at this point unless they find, I guess, did they find out where the chickenpox was sunk?
No, they never found the boat.
Once again, did they check the canyon?
Listen, it's easy to spot. It's like
I mean,
2 cliffs.
It's 2 cliffs in the middle of the ocean. I mean, okay. Like I just found out about this last night, and I don't think that he killed his grandfather. I think his grandfather maybe could have had people who didn't care for him.
Yeah, but that's receipt for the gun is suspect.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about the receipt.
That's the thing that bugs me, because why else would he have it?
I guess I just have to. There shouldn't be places to buy guns that give you a receipt where there isn't video surveillance. I don't know why they wouldn't look into seeing if he was the person there that purchased it, or check credit card records. I mean, a paper receipt means very little without the rest of the information attached to it.
And there was no video. There was no surveillance or like CCTV footage of that, which a lot of this just kind of is like giving me the vibe of the police want it to be this person and they're making everything fit.
Well, that honestly sounds like Linda's sisters think it might have been Nathan too. I mean, they've been a little bit mum about it, but their statement, "We mourn the child who used to be."
Yeah, unless
like basically
the
saying they
sisters
loved him as a little boy.
Unless the sisters are dirty and they did all of it.
Complicit, possible. I mean, less.
I don't know.
I mean, who knows?
I don't
Inheritance
know.
is messy. It's crazy what people will do.
Money makes people weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I'm really glad that our dad said he's going to spend all of his money.
Yes.
We don't have to worry about it.
We don't have to worry about inheritance.
That's right.
Which I say, Dad and Mom,
Spend it all. Have fun.
go do fun stuff. See the world.
Yes.
Yeah.
We won't say no if you left us a little bit. We wouldn't cry about it,
wouldn't be
but we want you
mad.
to enjoy your lives.
I wouldn't be mad if there was some.
Listen, I'm not going to murder Haley or Emily over it, and you won't find any proof if I did.
Yeah.
I just want you to know I'm not counting on anything from anyone, not even a smile or a handshake.
I'm only counting on love.
From my sisters and my
And
brothers.
my brothers. Who I also would not kill.
Oh,
Well, Emily, I think you're going to take us out.
Yes,
Because I took us in.
am. All right. Thank you for listening. Again, we are the Spooky Darlings. You can find our merch on the spookydarlings.printful.me. You can find cozy hoodies, t-shirts, tote bags, all kinds of fun stuff.
Cardigan.
Oh, a cardigan. The cardigan is actually my favorite. Got some cute beanies. If you want some cozy merch, check that out and treat yourself. You can also find us on our socials. We are on TikTok and Instagram at the Spooky Darlings Podcast. DM us, follow us, like our stuff. And thanks so much for going on this journey with us. Thank you and goodbye.
Goodbye.
goodbye. 5 stars.
5 nautical miles underwater in Block Canyon.
5 receipts with gum in them inside Jeanette's purse.
Yeah.